This is a general review of 150th scale dump trucks. We have the Mack Granite Flatbed, the Kenworth T880, the CAT 725, and the CAT 740B. Let's take a closer look at the details. This is the Mack Granite Flatbed truck from Sword. This truck can transfer between a dump truck and a flatbed by simply removing these rails right here. Now in dump truck form, of course the tailgate opens. The bed raises up nicely. The hydraulic cylinder is proportionate to the rest of the body, which is good. There's some good chassis detail, including this checkerboard flat plate right here. Also the chassis detail on the bottom is good. The tires, they're pretty good. They roll nicely, and the bed lowers down really well as well. The hood opens up, of course, and it reveals a very nicely detailed engine. The doors, they also open. Now, Sword gives you this tool right here. So you can get in here, pop that open like so. Now that actually reveals a very nicely detailed cab. Probably the best detailed cab of any of the models I have in 150th scale. So that's good. The mirrors, these attach. You have to put them on yourselves, and they're kind of a little flimsy, honestly. But that's okay. In flatbed mode, we'll pull those off. So now the truck will pose perfectly if you have a forklift or a loader that has a forklift attachment to it. One of the best features to me about this model is the extra stuff that you get. So you get these tie downs that are elastics with these little metal clips on them. You get some wheel chocks. You get some little tiny shovels. And you get 4 cones. Now, while the detail of this model is amongst the highest, in fact probably is the highest of any model that I have in 150th scale, the price is also very high as well. So I'll leave it to you if you find that the value is worth it, but to me, I'm glad I bought it, but it is definitely expensive. This is the Kenworth T880 from First Gear. It has about a 12 to 16 ton capacity, or 15 to 20 cubic yards. I chose this over the Norscot CT660 because I felt it was slightly more detailed. There is a lot of plastic on it, but you know, that's okay. I guess it is chrome finished and it's nice. The paint is excellent. It's very smooth. It's glossy. Even the mirrors are painted the same color. The box is pretty generic. I think you're going to get that same box on any dump truck from First Gear that you get. It is actually quite high. So if you actually look at the height of it relative to the cab, it goes right up to there. Now the guards for when the loaders are loading into there, it's molded straight into it, which it would be nice if these are plastic and even removable. Because of the height, it actually makes some of the loaders, you can't get over the top, so keep that in mind. The lights on here, they're just painted on. However, the light here is a clear molded orange plastic, so that's nice. The canvas cover right here is just plastic, and this does not move at all. The box does go up, and here's another thing I like over the Norscot version, is the hydraulic cylinder is proportionate. It's nice, and it also looks metallic. And maybe it is, I don't know. The tires are okay. They steer good, hold a good position. They roll nice. The back, of course, the gate opens and closes. Decent graphics. It's like a hard rubber or soft plastic, so at least they move. That's good. The engine compartment, it does open, and I don't know. I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's mostly molded black plastic, but you know, some of the chrome finish onto it, so it looks okay. The cab, it's got some detail. Now I thought the doors opened. They don't, so keep that in mind as well. So, oh yeah, the grill. The grill is pretty sharp. It's even got a texture to it, which I like. And also there is a hitch right in the back, so you can put a trailer on, so that's pretty cool. So, not the most impressive model out there, but for me, for the value of what it is, I think it's great. So one of the best bang for the bucks in terms of dump trucks out there. This is the CAT 725 articulating dump truck from Norscot. This has a 26-ton, 18.8 cubic yard capacity with a 2-to-1 heap, meaning if you filled the bed up 2-to-1, it'd be 18.8 cubic yards. The steering and movements are really good. It actually holds pose pretty good. Of course, the axles do oscillate, like so. That's good. The handrails are pretty thick plastic, which is a bit of a letdown, but that's okay. The exhaust pipe on here is like a really soft rubber, so as you can see it bends and moves, which is a little bit of a downer. But it is a metallic shape, or sorry, a metallic color, which is nice. The box does open up, like it will lift, but it is extremely stiff. At least on my version, this thing is ridiculous. So I'm not gonna bother going past that because I don't want to even try to break it. The mud flaps are just molded in, they're metal. Also the hydraulic cylinder rams right here, they are just a molded plastic, but it doesn't even come close to the color of the rest of the model. The wheels, however, holy cow, see? Stiff. The wheels are a much better color match. Honestly, the paint, plastic here, and the wheel plastic, they're 3 separate colors. At least that's the way it is on my version. Bottom, the back half is pretty good. I like the detail. The front half is really plain. The tires, they're actually pretty road version going, honestly. They don't have a lot of tread depth, which I thought they'd have more. So while the color and the shade of the tires is really good, I think the tread depth is lacking. Also, it would be nice if these pins would have been painted right here. Other than that, it's actually one of the cheaper models from Norscot, and depending on what you're modeling with it, it is a good price and a good model for the price. This is the larger 740B dump truck from Norscot. This has a 43.5 ton, 31.4 cubic yard capacity, so it's quite a bit bigger than the 725. There's also a lot more detail over the 725. First thing that I noticed is the color is much more orangey yellow than the 725. I don't think you can tell, but there is a difference. The graphics are sharp, which I like. Also, there's the lift holes on the box, which is good. The tires are much more aggressive, so that's much more accurate to real life. Also, the wheels are painted, which is good. Now, this box raises much better. And as you can see, it's a solid lift height. The flaps are rubber, so that's good. It also has these hoses right in here, which connect between the two, so that's a good feature. As you can see, there is some metal detail onto the stairs. I mean, it is just paint, but that's nice. The handrails are still black plastic, but they are obviously much thinner, which looks a lot better. One thing that I don't know if you can notice when I'm moving this up and down here is, look at the movement right here. That is the biggest disappointment for me on this. And I think it's the pin that actually connects these there. I think it's just too loose. I haven't figured a way to make it a little stiffer, but that just isn't realistic. There's no way that thing's moving that much in real life. However, it does still twist and oscillate and articulate and all that kind of stuff. Much, you know, it does just fine. Bottom, same as before. Good on the bottom, or good in the back, poor in the front. The cab detail, yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's big chair and a steering wheel. What can I say? Maybe it's not okay. It's pretty lame. But overall, though, there is still a lot more detail on this one, and for that, I recommend it. In conclusion, all these trucks have their place. The Sword Flatbed certainly is the most detailed, The Kenworth, it's a better value. As for the articulating trucks, the 725 functions a little better, but the 740B is the more detailed and, in my opinion, the better choice. Thanks for watching.